All right, we're live. What is going on, guys? Jacob Boy back at it with another beer review for your Wednesday evening. Hope you guys are having a good night so far. Trying to stay out of the heat. It's like 95 degrees over here. Super humid. Midwest weather is the worst, so just trying to get through it. But anyways, today we got a really good beer that I'm really happy I can do a review on. I haven't seen this beer for a while in stores, but they had it today, so I had to get it. And this is The Truth Imperial IPA by Flying Dog Brewery. I think it's 8.7%, I believe. Yeah, 8.7%. This beer, I've had it before. Very, very good. I just haven't drank that much because it's really not available to me all the time. So, really quick, let's see what some people say about this beer. Alright, so citrus, pine, up front, very earthy, very light, malt undertone. Let's see, someone else said very, very piney, easy to drink for under 9%, very solid IPA. Let's see, pine and citrus again, a little bit of grapefruit, some floral notes, and a lot of people are saying a lot of resin, so yeah, let's get into the real review. So hope you guys, like I was saying, are doing good. Haven't done a beer review in like a week or so kind of felt like I should go back to doing that. Definitely miss doing it for you guys. Okay, I can already tell that this beer, I hope it's not old. I also had it in the freezer, so I don't know if that keeps the head from coming up as much, you know? But I had it in the freezer and not much head. So we'll see. Smells amazing though. And what was this? I think it was like $12 for a 6-pack. So I mean, not too bad. Craft beer. I mean, you know, 8.7% beers for $12 really is not that bad. So let's get it out time, guys. Ooh, this smells really good already. It smells like a Two Hearted. And because I've had this before, I can say, imagine Two Hearted at like an 8.5%, maybe 8%. I mean, I know this is stronger than that, but this kind of reminds me of it. It has a lot of the citrus that Two Hearted has, and I really like it. The best way for me to describe it is that it's like a deep citrus. Almost as if either they use real juice or what are those things, clementines, like the mini oranges, you know, or almost tastes like that, or tangerine, just a little deeper of a citrus taste, you know, if you will, basically. But right up front, I can smell the deep citrus, pine, a lot of pine in this beer. Not as much grapefruit. I don't smell grapefruit personally. A little bit of a booziness, not too much. I've had this before, so like that other person was saying, I can agree with them. This beer really hides the 8.7. You can just eat around it tonight if you want. It really hides it. It really does. Got on my nose. Mm. Yeah, I mean, besides the hops, I don't know what hops they use. Maybe it says. I don't want to take too long. Not sure what hops they use in this. Getting maybe a mango. It might be the deep citrus, to be honest with you. It might be what it is. It smells a little bit like a mango. But mainly this is just a very rich citrus refreshing beer. Which you can't go wrong with. You really can't. So let's get a taste and salute, guys. Cheers. Mmm. 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 That's beautiful. That is a beautiful beer, man. Wow. Mm. This is gonna get a good rating, guys. I already think I know what I'm giving this beer. Wow. Okay, so first off, that's one thing I didn't get in the smell. I know you can't really get it in the smell, but that's pretty bitter. It's very good. I would say the IBUs in this beer, 80 maybe, 80 IBUs, maybe 75, which that's pretty high. Honestly, for some beers it's pretty high, but yeah, definitely just a bitter, nice finish. Um, and not a dry bitter. I'm really not a dry person. I've realized that recently. I don't like a lot of dry stuff. Some beers can do good dry, but not all of them. But that's a very dry or a non-dry bitterness to it. I like that. I really like that a lot. Wow. But there's the bitterness first of all. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I know I just cut through. Okay, so it expires August 5th, so 2017. You can see that. Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, so this isn't expired, huh? Maybe it was because it was in the freezer, I've noticed that before. I think if you put beer, from either the cooler to being warm to the freezer or just, whatever, just switching it. I don't know if that has a difference. Anyways, um, you're gonna get that very, very bitterness, very good bitterness. Citrus, just like I said, rich, deep citrus that you want to keep enjoying. Definitely, I can take big gulps with this beer, which you have to be careful because this is a very easy to drink beer. Just like the review was saying, very easy to drink, and so with 9% basically, you really want to be careful. If you guys are drinking a couple of these, definitely get some food if you're gonna drive or do anything. This is a beer that will sneak up on you for sure, absolutely. But either way, citrus, bitterness, pine. I'm getting kind of I guess you can say a yeast to it, a little breadiness, a little breadcrumb taste, which you guys know I absolutely just enjoy. It makes the beer a lot more balanced. It's a well-balanced beer. I think if you have the breadcrumbness, if that's a word, breadcrumbness, whatever, with everything else. I think it just tops it all off. That's why I like Sculpin so much. Sculpin is so good at touching that West Coast IPA style, but then their beer is so just breadcrumb taste, yeast, foamy. It really makes the beer that much more enjoyable. If I ever made craft beer, I'd make sure my beer had a lot of yeastiness or weediness to it, maybe. But yeah, that's really what I'm getting from this. Is just a lot of that breadcrumb, yeasty, wheat, type of taste going on. There's a slight malt backbone, but not too much. You can barely taste it. I mean, if you're like me here, I mean, I'm trying to do a review and trying to dissect all the tastes in the beer. But if I wasn't doing a review, I really wouldn't notice the malt that much. But I'm trying to get everything out of this beer for you guys. So, obviously that's why I can kind of taste it, not really. I like that because I don't like malt. I just don't. Just not a good taste, man. Not a good taste. There's people who, they like them, like my brother. He has diabetes, so he has type 1, so he can't really drink a whole bunch of beers anymore. But he likes that. He really does. He likes the malty and, like I said, Dogfish Head. A 90-minute IPA. Don't get me wrong, that's a great beer, and I'll probably do a review on it. But I don't know. It's just that malt to me. It it can trigger for me a headache, but it doesn't taste good. I don't enjoy it going down. Um, But anyways, back to this. That's really all I'm getting from this beer. It's just the bitterness, the citrus, the hops, and a lot of pine. Very, very much with pine. Um, when I know I probably said this before, but when you smell a pine cone and it's like the pine can be strong, so you make almost like that type of face, something like that, where like the aromas are just very strong. This definitely has that to it. That's why every time I've taken a gulp, I'm kind of like this, you know. It's the bitter, but it's very piney, very much so, which is amazing. Just again, to me, that's what I like. I know not everyone does, but that's what I like. So whatever. But this beer is fucking amazing. I'm gonna be honest. This is really good. Yeah, definitely go get this, guys. Um, okay, I was gonna say I have a mango taste, but not really. It's just that it's the deep citrus. Wow, definitely go get this beer, guys. I got this at just a local mom and pop shop, you know, just small like Indian liquor store, basically. Like I said, about $12 for a six pack. Very, very good. Out of 10 beers, I will probably rate this an 8. And again, that's, you know, higher than a lot of the other ones that I've done, but to me, you know, an 8 is fucking great. You know, that's why most beers are going to be at the 7, 7.5, you know, because I'm going to grade it strongly. You know, if it's 9, it's got to be way up there. This is an 8 for sure. This is absolutely one of the best beers that I think I've ever had. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is really good. If people didn't get bored of drinking, you know, the same beer all the time, I could drink this beer forever. It has all the taste that I like. It really does. Yeah, it doesn't have the pineapple. It doesn't have tropical notes to it, but it's very rich and it gives you, for me, it gives me exactly what I want out of a craft beer. And if you like Two Hearted, then by all means, man, go try this out. Go get this beer. I mean, if you want a jacked up Two Hearted, basically, like a 9% Two Hearted, this is what you want. This is really good. And I like this little politician right here. Makes me want to call it the untruth, if you know what I mean. But man, Flying Dog did good. They have a couple beers that are good. Raging Bitch is really good. Excuse me. Raging Bitch is really good. That's one of my favorite beers from them. And then Double Dog's good. The Double Dog is like 12%, so you don't want to drink that unless like you're planning on I'm gonna drink a whole bunch of high percent beer and just get my stuff. You know, that's definitely a beer you touch once a year or something like that. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm trying to think of much, you know, more things to give you guys, but this beer basically just has pine, the resin, the citrus, and the hops and the bite, you know, the bitterness. That's basically it. But you know, I mean, when you think of what you want for beer, shit, that's it, man. That's what you want. So you're coming to the right source. You're coming to the Jake. You're coming to the Jakey boy with the good reviews because I've been drinking this shit for a couple years. I know it's good. This is amazing beer. So hope you guys like this. I know this is kind of a little weird, short, random, wacky video. I'm in a hurry to watch NXT and just chilling, so whatever. Just kind of letting this today. So I hope you guys have a good night. I am Jake. I will catch you guys in a couple days for another beer review. And if you drink, drive safe or don't drive at all. And I'll talk to you guys another day. All right. Have a good night. Love y'all. Peace.